Podcast. I'm eating a fucking sandwich on this episode because I'm hungry. This is not a beer. It's a cream soda. Howdy. I'm doing a solo episode. I don't know how to do a fucking solo episode. But yeah, I'm gonna be eating a sandwich on this episode. Fucking tasty, dude. Yeah. Fucking sandwich time. I didn't write anything down. Just figured I'd talk about whatever the hell comes to my mind. Wrote a note on the door that said don't come in, because they always fucking come in. Every time, I gotta edit the fucking episode because someone wants to come in. Pisses me off. But, yeah. So, I'm currently in the Blue Abyss. Get some shit I could talk about. Got a record player. Got a mic arm, which I've never had in these. Last time I made an episode, it was like late December or something, and it was with Holly. And it was before the pandemic. Now here we are in the, I would like to say the end of the pandemic, but it seems that we're in the middle of it, or at the beginning of it, depending on how you look at things. And that's pretty discouraging. Because, like, I just want to return to normal. And that's the fucking problem, is everybody's like, I want to go back to normal, so I'm going to act like it's normal. But, where we do that, not wearing a mask and shit like that, it's not going to go back to normal. So, a little bit of preaching. I had so much stuff to talk about. Anyway, this podcast was made like 4 years ago by me and Steven. So the next episode will probably be an episode with Steven. Because we talked about it. We don't talk very often just because we're busy. We were teenagers in high school when we made this podcast, and now we're both adults, so it's harder to do episodes because he's got a job, I got a job, he's got a girlfriend. Fill in the blank. I don't have a girlfriend. But, you know, we're both really busy all the time, so it's harder to find time to record podcast episodes together. We're in the college season right now. All my friends are gone. So that's fun. But yeah, I was gonna work on some videos, shit like that, I guess. I wrote down some ideas, but you know, hard to do when it's in the middle of a pandemic, dog. So I've had to come up with some different ones. But yeah. What is it? The fucking... I was going to talk about the Woods video that I made back in November. There's a clip at the beginning. Me and Steven might talk about this. A clip in the beginning where I'm like running through the woods with my camera in hand and all that. So I went into the woods to film a video, which I released, the music video for Waterboarding Space to Draft and Washed Out. And while I was in there, I was walking back home, and this guy was like standing there like this. Had his phone up like this. For the audio listeners, I'm holding my phone up. He had his phone up like this, and he was like, I was like, I kind of looked at him and went like, hey, like, what are you doing? And he kind of just went like that and acted like everything was normal. So I was like, whatever. I turn around and keep walking. And get this terrible feeling. I'm like, something's not right. And so I whip back around. Guy's over there like this. His flash is on, by the way. His flashlight's on. He's like this. And then he like puts the phone down and then walks around the corner of his house. And I started recording, and I was like explaining in the video what just happened. And then I just got like a horrible feeling, and I was like, I gotta fucking go, dude. I don't know where he just went. I gotta go. So I start like running through the woods. And that's where that's where most of that clip comes from. And so the whole, I don't understand really what the whole gist of the woods video was, but I think it was just we were going to go in there and investigate or some shit. We just wanted an excuse to take a camera into the woods and walk around and make jokes. But yeah. I don't know. But there was a third woods video that we're working on. It's the finale to a trilogy. And yeah. That's what we're working on currently. Probably won't be done for a long time, but we getting it done. We were supposed to do it back in March, and then the pandemic hit, and we were all like, I don't know about it, man, because some of us are immunocompromised, and then some of us are living with people who are immunocompromised, and we have like people that we are around a lot that are immunocompromised, so we didn't want to like risk the getting it and then somebody dying or somebody ending up in the hospital. If I had gotten it, I probably would have been fine, because as messed up as my lungs are, I mean, it would have just been a really uncomfortable experience for a little bit, and then I would have been fine. But if I had given that to somebody that was at risk, then not fine. Over the course of the pandemic, I haven't done much. I'd be simping. Kind of a interesting way to put that. I was simping for someone for a while, and that didn't work out. Thank you, Snapchat. That didn't work out. Simping like in a light way, like I just liked somebody. It wasn't like take my mortgage, Redid the whole office setup, so now I'm back where I was a couple of years ago, and I like it a lot better. A lot better than it was a couple of years ago, and a lot better than the setups that I've done since a couple of years ago. Because I think those setups were just really cramped and kind of, uncomfortable at times. I've grown out my hair, sort of by choice, but also, I don't want to get a haircut right now during the state that we're in. I'm going to move the camera over. Oh no, the continuity's broken. No. Anyway. But yeah, I did all that. Got a fucking car. For free. From a family member. So that's cool. Old ass fucking car that I might try to make videos in. I already make TikToks in it, 'cause I make TikToks sometimes. So that's cool. Yeah, just stuff like that. Other than that, I've been playing Animal Crossing. I streamed a little bit of Animal Crossing at the beginning of the pandemic. But other than that, I haven't really done much. Yeah, it's a lot of uhs in this. I guess I could talk about what I did this weekend. 'Cause it's Sunday. I want to chow down on this fucking sandwich. I'm going to formulate how I'm going to talk about this weekend. Sandwich time, baby! Woo! Alright, so I'm trying to chew. So, I'm going to start with this past week. I made 2 horrendous songs that are purposely terrible. And so those are a thing. And I'll link it in the description. But I did that. And then on Friday, I visited my grandma, which is the second time that I've seen her throughout this whole pandemic. She's the one who gave me the car. So I saw her a couple months ago. And then I saw her again. On Friday. So we went down where she's at. Ate dinner. Yeehaw. Stuff like that. And then yesterday, I hung out with some friends, and we went to a vinyl store in Carrollton. Because I live in Georgia. Went to a vinyl store in Carrollton, and I bought, I have a little digital slip of it. I bought this on vinyl. It's Processed by Sampha. The webcam's right here. It's Processed by Sampha. It's currently on the record player. It's right, yeah, it's right. Christ, I have no hand-eye coordination. It's right there in the crate where I keep all the other vinyls that I have. Because I be vinyl collecting. So about that, we went up to Atlanta. Got sideswiped by another car. That was fun. About to take another fat-ass bite of the sandwich. So we did that, and then we went up to Criminal Records, and because I'll name drop them. They're cool. Criminal Records is cool. Vinyl Frontier is where I got that vinyl. Criminal Records is where I like shopping the most. I don't know. Both are pretty good. So we went there, got some vinyl. My friends did. I didn't because I'm broke. Ben got a... I'll name drop him. I don't care. Ben got a vinyl. I think it's Meta War by Three Teeth. Yeah, Meta War by Three Teeth. And we had never heard it. Never even heard of him. So we were like, screw it. It looks cool. Time to cop. So we got that. Then we went back to his house. You hear a bunch of fucking noises. Why do you do laundry now? Went back to his house and listened to the entire album. So that was cool. It shocked us. We were thinking it was going to be like metal or like industrial, and it was pretty much both. And it was really good. We were genuinely surprised, and it looks sick too. So the fact that it's really good, it looks sick. Probably one of the best vinyls ever. So yeah, we did that, and then I stayed the night at his house. And yeah, here we are today. It was fun. Yeah, today we went to fucking GameStop. That's really all we did. But yeah, I mean, we go vinyl hunting pretty often because we recently started our vinyl collections. I don't know if Ben did recently started them. I know Timmy did, and I did too because me and my dad kind of got into it. And yeah, so like, I have in that crate some vinyls. I think I have... My vinyls are like... I have all the Tame Impala albums except for Currents, because I either can't find Currents or I can never afford it when I do find it. Which I would have gotten at Criminal Records, but I didn't have enough money. It shows you how broke I was. It was $30. I just needed money for food and shit. But... what is it? Oh, I have those. And then I have Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone. It's a clear vinyl. And then, I guess I could show you all in a second. I have that sample one that I just got. And then I have Parachutes by Coldplay. I have like a really dumb Christopher Cross compilation one. Then my dad got a Pearl Jam live album. But yeah, I'm going to go get the Beer Bongs and Bentleys one to show the camera. Well, hold on. So, the art that's usually in here is not in it because I hung it up. But here's the Beer Bongs and Mentleys one. It's pretty cool. Sorry if you're on audio. Go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding. Inside's a dragon. It's pretty neat. And then we have the first disc. Looks like that. Put it back in there. I hate these things. This one keeps getting stuck to the inside of the sleeve. So that's annoying. But yeah, so I have that. And the other one pretty much looks the same. But yeah, it looks cool. Looks like this. Back looks like that. It just has the song titles and what disc inside they're on. See, I'm gonna go put this back. Just fucking burn my sandwich though. Then I'm gonna crack open a cold one on the podcast. AKA a cola. Anyway. Yeah, so I did all that. It's pretty cool. I'd say. Take another fucking bite of my sandwich. Well, you know, I'm just gonna name this episode my fucking sandwich. Or like, I eat a sandwich. Not really. I'm gonna name it like Vinyl Honey or something like that. But this sandwich is, I think turkey. I really didn't check. It tastes like turkey. It's boar's head. Which I'm not a huge fan of boar's head, if I'm being honest. But this is a turkey and cheese sandwich, I think. I could be wrong. I could be eating ass meat. Which, I ain't complaining. But could be ass meat. But yeah. Speaking of ass, I was talking about Anthony Fantano. So yesterday I watched, last night me and Ben watched the Anthony Fantano's review of Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. Now, and before that we watched his other two reviews, the Stoney and Beer Bongs and Mentleys one, just to refresh ourselves on how he thinks of Post Malone. Now, Stoney review, like, I get it. Stoney is a decent album. I think he was a little harsh on it. But, I do agree with, like, yeah, his vocals, I mean, sometimes sound a little, stuff like that. But, overall, I think he was a little too harsh on that album. And then, Beer Bongs and Mentleys, I think he was also a little too harsh on. Which is weird, because he gave it a good score. But I think his point about Candy Paint being out of place on the album, I do agree with. I've never been a fan of hearing Candy Paint on that album. I just don't think it fits. But not saying it's a terrible song. I'm just saying I don't think it fits on that album. But one point that he made was Better Now. I've never been a huge fan of Better Now. I think it's just really annoying to listen to, and I think it got really popular, which is unfortunate because I think so many other songs on that album should have gotten popular compared to it. Blame It On Me, Stay, Over Now, Rich and Sad. Songs like those, and I mean Rockstar was already popular, but and then like 92 Explorer and Sugar Wraith. All of those songs should have taken off. But Better Now did. And Better Now is one of the more annoying tracks on there. But, it was whatever. He was like, Better Now is the holy grail of this album. A sleeper. I think he called it a sleeper. And then we watched the Hollywood Bleeding review, and he's like, I have to take a moment. I don't know why I got really country there. I have to take a moment. Circles is one of the worst fucking songs I've ever heard in my life. Stuff like that. He's like, it's repetitive. It's just a generic pop song, all this stuff. I'm like, Circles would have worked so much better if it was on Beer Bongs and Bentley. I'm not a huge fan of Hollywood's Bleeding. I think there was lack of theme, which is one of the reasons why I don't like Candy Paint being on Beer Bongs and Bentley. But I think it lacks theme. I think it lacks vision. But the songs on there, a lot of the songs on there aren't bad. A lot of them I like. And Circles is one of them. Circles took what Better Now tried and did it better. And that's saying that Circles and Better Now are pretty much the exact same song, except with different lyrics, and one was executed far better than the other. I think Circles is way better than Better Now. And Anthony Fantano is like, this song fucking sucks. Better Now's great. And look, if that was his only opinion on the Post Malone songs, I'd be like, whatever. He's a music critic. But I see him time and time again trashing on these albums. And then he goes on to be like, I think Future and Halsey's feature on this album was fucking fantastic. And I'm like, what? I thought the song that they were on was kind of terrible. Not terrible, but it wasn't great. It wasn't good. It was kind of bad. Hot take. I don't think I dropped anything, did I? Wherever, it'll be vacuumed anyway. So, I think he was a little overly critical on that front. But, overly critical of Circles. Better Now and Circles are the same song. Except Circles is done better, in my opinion. Both are constantly repeating the title and the chorus. Have pretty much the same, structure. I think Circles instrumentally and vocally sounds better. It has a nicer kind of meaning to it. Anyway, this is called Dane Eats His Fucking Dinner on the podcast. The podcast that he has not bothered to do in almost a year, which is actually not true. We tried to do an episode back in February and March and April, and it didn't work. So I just figured, I'll just cut it into one big podcast, and then I just never got around to it. But it was with Darren and people like them. I think Timmy was on there too. I can't remember. But yeah, that one's a bit of a problematic episode. Not problematic. It's just really dumb. But yeah, so that's my feelings on his review of Post Malone's music. Then I move on to the Tame Impala reviews, like how he reviewed Currents. He reviewed Currents he was like, I don't like how Kevin Parker keeps the same voice from song to song. And I re-listened to his first two albums, and then I re-listened to Currents, and I was like, I can kind of see what you mean, but that isn't a reason to fully trash on Currents. I think it's a bit unreasonable to think Currents is a bad album. I mean, for fuck's sake, it went platinum 2.5 weeks ago, or something like that. It's not a bad album. I can see what he means by the lack of vocal diversity in it, but I don't think that's a reason to completely shit on the album itself. I think the only bad song on Currents is The Less I Know the Better, and to be honest, there's one bad song on every Tame Impala album. Inner Speaker's horrible song is I Don't Really Mind. Lonerism's terrible song is Unfortunately Sun's Coming Up, which, based on what it's about, sorry. And then Currents is The Less I Know the Better. Slow Rush, I would say, is honestly the new Borderline. The new Borderline is pretty terrible compared to the original. Like, the original is actually really good. That was probably my favorite one, and then he got rid of it, so. But, God, I'm so ADHD. I think his review of Currents is kind of whack, and then I think he also reviewed The Slow Rush. And he gave that one a pretty disappointing review as well. I don't think The Slow Rush is amazing. There are definitely problems with it, but I think he was alright. Compared to his other works, I mean, it's kind of feels uninspired. But as an album itself, I think it was actually pretty good. But yeah, Andy Fantano, want to lick his bald head. That's the moral of the story here. I'm gonna take a bite of my fucking sandwich. Yeah. Might do like a room tour or something when I get the new computer. That way there's like a full setup tour and shit. I've been thinking about that. Could I have waited before the podcast? Yeah. But that's boring. Why would I want to do that? But yeah. I had something else I was going to say. Oh! Super Mario Sunshine. Spoilers for the new Direct, even though I pretty much just spoiled it. Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy are all being released on the Switch. And it's $60. And then it goes away in March. I want to get it. Is $60 a little much? I think so. I mean, it is 3 huge games, but at the same time, they're really old. Like, and this is coming from the guy that justifies New Super Mario Brothers Deluxe being $60. I think that one should be $60 because it's not very old. It's like 2012. No one bought it on the Wii U except for like me. And it's also bundled with another entirely different game, New Super Luigi U. And there's an extra feature added with a little bit of stuff added to it. It's been polished to be on the Switch, all this stuff. Is it a great game? I mean, it's alright. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty cool. It was a selling point for me on the Switch. But still, like, I think it deserves the $60 tag. That way they make up for the like price, not the price, like the lack of sales. And the fact that literally no one ever fucking played it. However, these 3 games are extremely popular. They've been out for... Each of them have been out for either over a decade or decades. And in addition to that, they both sold a lot. Like, Super Mario 64 is one of the most popular Mario games of all time. So is Sunshine. So is Galaxy. Like, I could maybe see you justifying it if they had put Galaxy 2 and 3D World on the same copy. As well as the first 3. Then I could see it. Because 3D World's the same way. No one played 3D World. I think 3D World sucks, but no one played it. So that's probably why I would justify it being $60 if it was also in the bundle. Same with Galaxy 2, because that's also an entirely new game, sort of. And so, you know, I think the $60 price tag is a little extreme for those 3 games. Because, you know, they've been out for so long. They already sold a shit ton of copies of it. You know, stuff like that. And then also the limited until March thing is stupid. Like, just put the game out on shelves. You didn't do that with the fucking... all the other deluxe games. You didn't do it with Mario Kart or Super Mario Brothers or say New Super Mario Brothers, or literally any of these games that have been stamped with the deluxe tag. So I don't understand why they were like, what if we just release the game until March? It just seems really stupid to me. They did a lot of that in the Direct, where they were limiting their products to like March or sometime next year. And I'm like, what's the point of that? Like, I think they're just trying to make you feel the sense of urgency of like, I need to buy it now or else I'll never get it. It's like, that's kind of stupid. Am I going to try to get a physical copy of all 3D All-Stars? Yeah, because the box looks sick. Imagine having that on your shelf. That would be pretty cool. It would go right over there on the shelf. But, at least the case would. The game would actually go inside my case, but... if I have to, will I get it on digital? If I get right up to like the time that it goes away and there's no copies of it anywhere, will I get it on digital? Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, I would have to if I want it. You can't really sell out of a game if it's digital, you know? There's more shit to put on my micro SD that's in the Switch. But, yeah. Look, man, I just want it for Super Mario Sunshine, if I'm being honest. Like, 64 and Galaxy are cool. But Sunshine's my favorite video game of all time. So that's why I want it. What was that? I guess I have food on my face or something. What they should do is also make an 1,000-Year Door Deluxe. Not even Deluxe, just re-release it. 1,000-Year Door. Like, we know a Paper Mario game can run on the Switch. Duh, it's Paper Mario. The origami one. You know, looks great. Like, just release 1,000-Year Door on there. That's all people want. Paper Mario fans. I'm not that huge. I was gonna say I fucking hate it. I don't hate it, but, like, it's not my favorite type of game. But they should re-release it. $30 max. That shit does not need to be $60. It also sold a lot. So, please don't make it $60. But yeah. Done with my sandwich. That was the last sandwich. I only had 2. But, speaking of money from large corporations. Delicious. This is such a train wreck. Speaking of money going towards large corporations, Disney Plus released a Mulan, and I was like, I'll get around to watching it, you know, the live action Mulan. And I mentioned it yesterday. I was like, yeah, I've been meaning to watch Mulan. And apparently they're charging $30 extra on Disney Plus to watch it, in addition to the subscription that you're already paying for. Now, I get my subscription for free, because me and my friend use an account. But, like, still, $30? If I was seeing Mulan in theaters, I'd pay $10 for a ticket, and then I'd see it, and then leave. Like, it should not be $30. I don't know if movie company or companies that make movies like get the money from concessions or something. I thought that was like what movie theaters do. They profit off the concessions while the movie companies profit off the ticket sales. But every theater I've been to has never charged me over $12 for a ticket. I've never been charged more than $12 fucking dollars for a ticket. So I don't understand how Disney would justify charging $30 for a movie on Disney Plus, which is honestly more accessible for a larger audience than a movie theater ticket would be, because not everybody goes to the movies to watch a movie. A lot of people wait for it to just come out on streaming services or DVD, something like that. So you're releasing it on a platform that's more widely accessible of the public. You're charging 3 times more than what the average ticket cost. That's stupid. It's fucking dumb if people are being like, they have to make back what they spent on the movie. It's like, you know how much fucking money Disney has? It's Disney. They own everything. They have the money to cover the cost of that movie. they're the same ones that intentionally screw over a lot of their media to not make money. Like, they can afford it. They fucked over Solo so hard. Solo: A Star Wars Story, that movie's amazing. And they... Okay, listen. Listen, phone. They fucked over Solo: A Star Wars Story so hard at the box office because they never advertised it. They didn't push for it. There's hardly any press about it. That movie was great. But they could afford it. All they do is they do that so then they can't make profit. But with Mulan, or not that they can't make profit, so then they don't have to make more. But Mulan, it's a weird case because it's like, why would you charge $30 for a movie that embodies female empowerment? And, you know, the shit that people have been wanting to see for decades, centuries. Maybe not, I don't know about centuries, maybe. I'd say in the last couple centuries, maybe. But definitely in the last 120 years, female representation in literally anything has been a big deal. So I don't understand why, you know, you would basically kill your movie doing that. I think it's just a money motive thing. They don't care about the actual message of feminism. They just want fucking money because, I mean, they're a corporation. That makes sense. They don't have to have social... they don't have to have good social views. They're just there to make a profit. I mean, the only thing that they've done, really, with female empowerment is pushing the release of Black Widow back to what they thought would be probably towards the end of the pandemic, so then it would come out in theaters. And at this point, it's probably just going to come out in November on Disney Plus, and they're going to charge you $30 for a fucking viewing of it. So, I mean, charge 10. If you have to charge the premiere exclusive fee or whatever it's called, $10 is enough. Like, are you kidding me? Charge 10. Charge the average price of a movie ticket at the average movie theater in America. It's just dumb. I'm ranting about this. I'm not even going to fucking watch it because I don't like Disney movies. But I can respect it as a movie, though. $30 is outrageous for a fucking viewing on a streaming platform that you already pay for. Like, imagine that. Stranger Things Season 4 comes out, and you go to click it, and it's like $30 fee. Or I guess that's a TV show. So let me pick a movie. What's a movie that's Netflix exclusive? Let's go with a terrible one. Let's see if you want to watch Cuties on Netflix. And they charge you $30 to watch Cuties. I don't know. Think about it like if we were in the middle of a pandemic and Disney was releasing like Infinity War on Disney Plus, and they made you pay $30 to watch Infinity War. Like, 10 is enough if you have to charge. That's how much I paid to see Infinity War. I paid $10 to see Infinity War. Which is not counting the fact that you're already paying a subscription for Disney Plus. So I paid $10 to go see Infinity War. Drink sales don't count. I paid like $3 on a fucking drink. But, you know, still less than what I'd be paying to watch Infinity War on Disney Plus. Anyway. I don't know. That sandwich is pretty fucking good, though. But, I'm not sponsored, but I'll talk about them because I've been using them for a while. Almost 2 years. And they're pretty good. I like them. These earbuds. These Enac Fire ones. Look, you can see me. Oh, you know. These Enac Fire earbuds are pretty cool. I'm not sponsored by them. They're just really good ass earbuds. I have 2 pairs. This is how you know I'm not sponsored by them. I'm about to shit on them a little bit. Without the case, they don't charge. And I lost the case. So I guess technically that's my fault. But also, like, can't charge these without the case, which is kind of bothering. I guess that's the price to pay for wireless earbuds. But, I mean, these are pretty damn good. I've been using these for almost 2 years. They're pretty cool. I have this pair, which is the newest pair that I got back in April. And I have an identical pair sitting on the base of my monitor. That belongs to the case that I lost. That's somewhere in this house. I don't know. It fucking disappeared because everything in this house disappears. But yeah, that's the nice. That's the scoop. I just thought a fucking air vent was like a bat or something. I am truly going insane in this pandemic. But yeah, that's my rant on Disney. Just a very ADHD inspired rant, because I think about one thing and it just branches off into like, you know, I think the tax code in this country sucks, and then that branches off into should we kill dogs if they're, you know, shit like that. Like it's really dumb, but you know, I think my dog is about to achieve a feat that I never thought that she could. I think she's about to achieve a goal that was never heard of, which is making it to 2021. It is it's really dark. It's currently September, and I don't know why I had to look. It's September 6th when I'm recording this, and my dog Haley is very old. We got her in October 2010. It's September 2020. We've had her for almost 10 years. She is 15 or something like that. She's like 12 or 15. The vet doesn't know. But she's around that age, which is the age that a Shih Tzu is when it's about to die. So my prediction had been she was going to die in 2019. Well, then 2019 passed, and I went, oh, well, then she's definitely going to die this year. Like, there's no way. It's 2020, and she is thriving. She is the queen of this household. But my prediction is, if she survives past this year, 2020 is definitely it. 2021 is definitely it for her. There's no way she's making it past 2021. I don't know. I would be the most surprised person on the planet if my dog made it past 2021. She made it 2022, dude. Somebody get her an award. I mean, honestly, that's impressive for a Shih Tzu, at least. For this Shih Tzu. She's blind, almost completely deaf, just walks at like the slowest speed possible. I mean, the likelihood of her surviving that long is so low, but she's already exceeded my expectation for the 2019 prediction. She makes it past this year. She'll exceed my expectation again. So at that point, I'm just going to be like, screw it, I guess she's going to live forever. And then at that point, you know, knock on wood, at that point, she's just going to die. And I'm going to be like, well, shit, no, I'm not mentally prepared for it. That got really dark. But, nah, dude, she is thriving. I don't even remember why I started talking about this. I think I literally just started it out with, my dog's going to fucking die. Which, true, but... but yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. I have something to show you. My very close friend Megan got me this for my birthday back in February. This is Pip. That's what the website calls him, or her, sorry, calls her. This is my tiny-headed bear, which I'm sure you've probably seen these before. They're from the tiny-headed kingdom. Pip's not... This isn't the biggest Pip, but that doesn't matter, because I still fucking love this thing. Because I've wanted one of these for, like, years, and she knew that. So she was like, happy birthday. So yeah, I want to do, like, a photo thing where, like, he's in the big boots and the gloves and the little hat. Like that one photo that I have on my computer. Because, you know, that would be pretty cool. But, yeah, so this is Pip. This is Pip. The new face of this podcast. But, yeah. So that's Pip. They have other animals too. Yet again, not another sponsor. Or another, as if there was a first one. Not a sponsor. Yet again. This tiny-headed kingdom. Yeah, I mean, they have a bunch of different animals. That's just the most popular one, because I think that was their first one. Yeah, because I think Pip's been around for a long time. And over time, they've just added more animals. So, like, there's a lion and a elephant and stuff like that. But, yeah. That's where it came from, Tiny-Headed Kingdom. They recently posted on Instagram a picture of Pip driving a cart in Mario Kart, so that was pretty funny. But yeah. Right now I'm on my old webcam, the C920? No, that's not the right one. The C615, that's what I'm on. The new webcam that I have is the C920. My power supply on my computer is has such low wattage, it shuts off my whole computer when I try to use it. Or it did, and now all it does is it shuts off all my USB ports when I try to use it. So it's basically shutting off my computer. So yeah, this is the webcam. When I try to use this one, the C920, it overpowers my motherboard. So that's pretty funny. I think that's pretty funny. So I'm still stuck on the C615. When I get the new computer, I'm going to switch over to the C920, which looks so much better than this one. So this one has like a bluish glow. Like if I cover it up, you can see there's like a bluish tint. And that is because I rotated it. That is because there's a light on this side that leaks into the lens or something like that, and so it makes it blue, and it's always made it blue, which is really annoying. The 920 doesn't do that. It has lights on it, but the lights are so far away from the lens that you can't tell. So there's no longer a blue tint on the new one, and also it just looks better, and it's at a higher resolution and stuff like that. So I'd say that's pretty cool. But yeah, now we're at the portion of the podcast where I think I've just ran out of shit to talk about without getting political, and I don't want to get political. I have the barbecue sauce empire next to me. I'll talk about that. So right here, we have my giant stack of barbecue sauces from Chick-fil-A. What I do is I order Chick-fil-A online, and then that's a little high. I order Chick-fil-A online, and then I stack up the barbecue sauces on each item. So it'll be like, you're getting a sandwich, choose your sauce. I'll choose like barbecue sauce, and I'll get like 4 before it maxes me out. Then I'll go to the fries. I'll get like 1 packet of ketchup and then another barbecue sauce, and then it maxes out. Because I still want ketchup for my fries, you know. And then like I'll go to order my sister's meal, get her all the sauces that she wants, and then everything else on her meal, barbecue sauce. And I'll just do that. I'll get like 8 barbecue sauces per meal. There's 15 of those right now. Pretty weak, honestly, but like it's still a good amount when you look at it. 14 out of the 15 came from me, and 14 of those consisted of just 2 orders worth of barbecue sauce. So it's a recently newly formed empire. One of the barbecue sauces was given to me by my mom, because she got me Chick-fil-A and only got me 2 barbecue sauces, because she doesn't know my empire plan. But so fucking stupid. But yeah, a lot of the barbecue sauces in that pile or almost all of them but one are for me, and that's split between 2 orders. So on average, 7 came from each order, which is insane. But yeah, I want to expand the empire to be larger. There's also a bunch of ketchup packets in there too, because I don't know, why not? Got a bunch of ketchup from somewhere, I can't remember where, so who cares? But yeah. Yeah. So right now I'm working on new music. Not like anybody fucking cares, but working on new music and all that. I have been trying to get into my artist account. So, okay. Yeah, let me talk about this and try to stretch this out long enough to where I can end this, because I'm tired and I want to keep watching YouTube because I'm lazy. I use a website to publish all my music, and I released an EP like 2.5 years ago, and I released one at the beginning of the year, and I decided I'm going to actually put these on like real streaming platforms, not just SoundCloud. So I published them through a website on SoundCloud and Apple Music. Well, I put up both because, I made 2 of them, and I put like the release date and all that, and it split them between 2 different artist pages, which is weird. So I was like, that's really strange why it's on 2 different pages. And so recently I was releasing the 2 like joke songs that I made. And I was like, let me look into like how I claim those pages, because now on the website you can specify which one it goes on. So I go on Spotify and I claimed both artist pages, and then I send in a request to combine the 2. So they're all on the one that I customized. And then when I went to go claim those 2 artist profiles as mine, it was like, all right, we're going to verify it through your publishing website. It verified it, and then bam, I was in. I customized everything. In like 10 minutes, I was good. Golden, even. Golden. And so I did all that. And then I go in to the Apple Music one, because Spotify and Apple Music are really the only ones that I care about that much. Google Play Store, I don't really care. But I go into the Apple Music one to go claim my profile. And it's like, all right, seems that it's doing the same thing that Spotify does. So I click like, hey, like authorizes my artist profile. It confirms that it's me through my publisher website. And then it goes, an admin is going to review your request. When I was like, that's weird. Like, that's annoying, but whatever. Fine. Go for it. So I was thinking, like, this will take like 1 or 2 days. Tops. Well, that was September 1st. Last week on Tuesday. Today is September 6th, a Sunday. I have still not been approved. So unless I check now and somehow I've been approved, because I checked 3 hours ago. As of 3 hours ago, I wasn't approved. So Apple, you gotta get your shit together. Spotify immediately approved me. That's what I don't understand. Spotify went, yeah, we'll just go ahead and approve you because we know through your publishing website that it's you. Like, so I don't understand why Apple even bothered to check the publishing website if they weren't just going to automatically send it through. They're sending it to, like, their team to verify it or some shit. So, I don't know what's going on there. It's just so dumb. In a world of automation, we still got to get some fucking bozo in Cupertino or wherever the fuck they live, California, with Tim Cook staring over their shoulder, with a gun to their head. I want you to verify all these profiles. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Why they have to do that. Like, Spotify did it so effortlessly, and Apple Music is just taking way too long. But yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. It's pissing me off. Not really. It's not really pissing me off. It's just annoying. So I want to be able to get in my artist profile and like customize like the banner and shit. Because the Apple Music profile for me is actually just one profile. It actually did combine all of the songs onto one profile. So I'm glad they did that. But they didn't approve me right away. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. It's shorter than the other episodes. That's because it's just me. My brain doesn't work like that. But yeah. This is just kind of off the top of my head podcasting. So if it just sounds like I'm rambling, it's because I am. I'm not really thinking straight when I'm doing this. But yeah, that's going to be it for the podcast. At least this episode. I would hope next episode I'm talking to Steven. But if I'm not, then I'm probably going to be talking to someone because I don't want to do these solo episodes too often. So I can only talk about so much shit. So yeah, I'll, actually, I just thought about something new. See, fuck, man. There's always stuff that I forget. Fuck it, I'll talk about it. We'll stretch this episode out to an hour. Rewind on that conclusion. I'm going to tell about how I went to Florida. So I'm 18. I'm an adult. Turned 18 this year. Hell yeah. But something that I've never done before is go on vacation with non-family members. Technically. By technically, I mean, in a technical sense, that's what I did in July. And I'll get to that. So, at the end of July, since like April, we've been planning to go to Florida. And so, we got a house like reserved on Airbnb, and then, you know, we get to the day that we're leaving, we leave, like we pack all our stuff into the cars, we leave, get to the house. It's awesome. We spend like 6 days. It was like a Thursday to a Thursday in Florida. It's the first time I've ever gone on a trip with friends. Now I say technically because my dad and sister came down and stayed in a hotel about 10 minutes away from us. They came down about 5 days in, which, fine, you know, that's fine. It was cool. But, yeah, no, it was just a cool experience. I brought the Wii, or the Wii U, I should say, and we played Wii Sports Resort while we were down there. Played some Mario Kart. Brought like a Fire Stick so we could stream stuff. Ben brought a sound bar so we could play music. So that was pretty cool. We would just open up the patio doors and blast music out the door while we were in the pool, because, you know, the neighbors also blasted music, so it didn't matter. We would do stuff like that. And yeah, it's just cool. We went like out to eat a few times. You know, obviously we wore masks, and because when we went, it was coincidentally our trip lined up with the time that the Florida cases just spiked super high. But, you know, of course, like, we wore masks. We didn't go anywhere too often. Social distanced away from other people. We, you know, we pretty much only went to like restaurants. We either got takeout or occasionally we would eat in the restaurant. We would go get groceries from grocery stores, and we went to like a mall one time. Or we went like twice, but that was about it. And none of us caught it. So, you know, that's how you actually keep yourself safe in this pandemic. You don't just go out to a fucking rally or something with no mask. Because then you're going to get it probably. But yeah, that's what we did in Florida. So that was pretty fun. We stayed in this really nice house. I mostly slept in the living room most of the time. So, like, me and Ben got the master bedroom. But I ended up sleeping in the living room for almost every night but like 2. Or, yeah, it was like 2 nights that I actually slept in the bed. But yeah, I ended up just sleeping on the couch most of it. Because I would fall asleep either like watching TV or just hanging out. And so, yeah. But yeah, it was a fun trip. I was going to talk about it earlier in the podcast, and then it slipped my mind, and then it came back right as I was about to end it. But hey, this story has now stretched my podcast episode almost to an hour, if not going to be an hour if I keep fucking talking. So, no, I'm going to legit end it, though. I'm not going to try to stretch it. So, yeah. Buy ENAC Fire earbuds. Shit like that. It's not a sponsorship. It's just cool. Tiny Head Kingdom. Or, what is it? Tiny Headed Kingdom, right? Is the brand of that pit bear. Not sponsored by them either. I just think they're cool. And, yeah, I hope y'all, have an amazing day or evening or night whenever you're watching this. And, yeah, I'll be on the next episode, hopefully with, like, Steven or somebody, like, or, like, Ben or Timmy or somebody like that. Maybe Aaron, who knows, you know, stuff like that. But, yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.